Now we will take up one more problem on projections of laminas, how to analyze this in 3D and 2D analysis, and also how to solve this problem by using the sketchbook. The problem reads as, the problem number 1 or 2, an equilateral triangular lamina of 25 mm sides lies on one of its sides on HP. The lamina makes an angle of 45 degrees with HP and one of its medians is inclined at 40 degrees to VP. Draw its projections. So he says an equilateral triangular lamina of 25 mm sides lies on one of its sides on HP. So how, since it is the lamina makes 45 degrees to HP, so obviously the surface inclination is given with respect to HP, and also one of the sides is resting on HP. Obviously we have to start the problem from the horizontal plane. So to do that, so here first we will going to draw an equilateral triangle as one of its sides on HP. So make that side perpendicular to VP. So here, as we look from the same front view, all the sides are parallel to HP. So in HP, you're going to get the true shape. So you place the lamina in such a manner that one of the sides is perpendicular to VP, and then you construct this. Then since the surface is perpendicular to VP, obviously in VP, you will going to get a line. And then he says that the lamina makes an angle of 45 degrees to HP. And here in the 2D analysis, when you see that here we have a triangle on the horizontal plane. When you look from the top view, you are going to get an equilateral triangle. So we have to write the equilateral triangle here. And since one of this median is passing through the corner, so obviously this should be the median which should be considered. I will tell you why. If one of its medians, there are 3 medians here. So here, by joining from the corner to the one of the midpoints is one of the median. So from B, which is the median of the midpoint A and C, so there will be one median here. And also from C, opposite to this is the AB, the midpoint of AB. So you're going to have 3 medians. Why we have to consider only this median? That is because, so here the median is passing through the corner is given is the true inclination, but inclination with respect to VP can be seen in HP. So here, as the lamina makes an angle of 45 degrees with HP, so the median is also getting inclined. So here, if I take B opposite to that as this median, then what happens? This is already inclined to VP. Obviously, you're going to get the apparent length. And if you're similarly, the same explanation holds good here. But as this median is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length in the vertical plane. So that is the reason why we need to consider this as the one of the median. And then as it moves, and the lamina makes 45 degrees to HP. So here, once you rotate with respect to HP, since it is the side is resting on HP, so the side is resting on HP, and as the surface makes an angle of 45 degrees with HP, then automatically, then what happens? The median is also getting inclined. So obviously that median will going to get the apparent length. Here we have not been able to show the 3-dimensional sketch. That is basically because due to the clarity, because the 45-degree line when you show, then what happens? It will going to become a line. So that is the reason why we have not shown this particular triangle in the space. So so here one of the sides is resting on HP and the surface makes an angle of 45 degrees to HP. Once the surface is inclined, then naturally the median is on that surface. Obviously the median will going to become inclined. Then you are going to get the apparent length of the median here. Then what happens? One of its median is inclined at 40 degrees to VP. So here what we need, as he has given the true inclination, so we need to find out the apparent inclination, because in the second position top view, the median what we have is the apparent length. So since we need to reproduce the second position top view here, so obviously we need to find out the apparent inclination. So to find out that, so what we need to do, you take any point and draw a horizontal line. Through that horizontal line with respect to this point, you measure an angle of 40 degrees and then draw an inclined line. As we know that this is the true inclination line, so the true length of the median we will be able to find from the first position top view, as the median A dash M dash is parallel to HP, so you are getting the true length in HP. So you measure the length from A to M of this first position top view with A as center, cut an arc on that 40-degree line, then you draw a horizontal line to get the locus, then you measure the true length, apparent length in the top view from the second position top view with A as center, taking the radius of AM, with A as center, cut an arc on that locus line, and you mark that point as M, and join AM with a thin line. So this will going to be the beta inclination line. So on this beta inclination line, you reproduce the second position top view, and then you write the corresponding front view here to get this final drawing. So this is how you will be able to get this second position, and this is the third position here, and from A. So this will going to be the median what you will going to get. So this will going to be the final sketch. So this is how you will be able to analyze in 3D and also in 2 dimension. How do I know that my problem is right? So here, even in the third position, one of the sides is resting on HP, and the median passing, the one of its median is inclined at 40 degrees to VP. So he has given the true inclination, but you have the apparent length. So obviously we need to find out the beta, and then the one of its medians is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. Since it is HP, so you're going to get the apparent length, and this is a side of an equilateral triangle of 25 mm side. So since it is satisfying all the conditions, and hence the problem is right. So now we will going to analyze, and we will going to solve this problem by using the sketchbook. To write the solution in the sketchbook, first you take draw an XY line at the center of the sketchbook sketch sheet. Then you mark this as XY and VP and HP. Then you take in horizontal plane, you take any convenient distance from the XY line, and you draw a vertical line of 25 mm. And then with P as center, then you mark this point as C and B. Then by using the compass, you measure the distance of 25 mm. With B as center, draw an arc on this side, and with C as center, cut on the previously drawn arc. We're going to get this point A. Then join A to B with a dark line, and B to C with a dark line, and C to A with a dark line. Then you take the midpoint of BC, which will going to be M, and you mark them as M, and join A and M with a thin line. And then draw a vertical projector from A to the XY line, and also B and C and M to the XY line. And as you see from the top view, as you look from the front view, both A and B is near to the observer, so A dash and B dash is visible, and C dash and M dash is away from the observer. So you keep them in bracket and draw a thick line between A dash and B dash, so it will going to be a dark line. Then you take any convenient distance from the first position top front view, and you mark that point. From this, you mark this as B dash and C dash in bracket and M dash in bracket. Then by using the protractor with respect to the XY line, you measure an angle of 45 degrees, and then draw an inclined line. Then by using the compass, you measure the distance from B dash to A dash from the first position front view, and transfer from B dash and cut it an arc on the 45 degree line, and you mark this point as A dash. Then join A dash B dash with a dark line. Then you draw a vertical projector from B dash, C dash and M dash, and draw a horizontal projector from the first position top view with B and M and C, and then you mark them as B, M and C, which is as shown. Similarly, I draw a horizontal projector from A and draw a vertical projector from A dash. Both these two lines will going to intersect at this point, and we mark this point as A. Then join A to B with a dark line, and B to C and C to A with a dark line. Then we need to reproduce the second position top view in the third position by after finding out the beta inclination. So to do that, consider any convenient distance from the second position top view and also from the XY line, and you mark this point, and you draw a horizontal thin line, and you mark this point as A. Then with A as center, by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 40 degrees below that horizontal line, and then draw an inclined line. Then by using the compass, since it is the true inclination line, you take the true length of the median, which will be there in the first position top view. You measure the distance from A to M from the first position top view with A as center, cut an arc on that 40 degree inclined line. Then you draw a locus line through this point. Then you measure the distance from the second position top view AM by using the compass with A as center, cut on that locus line, and you mark this point as M, and join A and M with a thin line and extend towards the XY line, and then denote that as beta inclination. Then through AM with M as center, through AM you draw a perpendicular to AM line, and then with by using the compass with M as center, taking the distance from M to B and also M to C from the second position top view, and transfer from M towards this side to mark this point as C, and also from this point towards this side to mark the point as B. Then mark this as C and B. Then join A to B with a dark line, B to C with a dark line, and C to A with a dark line. This is how you will be able to reproduce the second position top view in the third position. Then you draw a horizontal projector from A dash, and you draw a vertical projector from A in the third position, and you mark that point as A dash. Then draw a vertical projector from B and also from C to the XY line from the third position top view, and this will going to intersect on the XY line at B dash and also at C dash. You mark them as B dash and C dash, and then join A dash to B dash with a dark line, and B dash to C dash with a dark line, and C dash A dash with a dark line. So this is how you will be able to complete the drawing by using the sketchbook. So how do I know that my problem is right? Even in the final position, and one of the sides is resting on HP, and one of the medians is inclined at 40 degrees to VP, and since it is resting on HP, the surface inclined at 45 degrees to HP, it is an equilateral triangle of 25 mm side. This is how you will be able to analyze and solve this problem by using the sketchbook. Thank you.